Hello there everybody, this is Graham and also known as the Collector 75 and welcome to another Transformers Masterpiece review. This is a figure that actually I bought, well, when it first came out, I can't remember when that was, a year, maybe two ago, and it was actually my first official, not a KO, Masterpiece Sideswipe figure. This is of course the black Sideswipe G2 version. Oh bloody hell, I'm saying that all wrong, aren't I? Yeah, it's the Generation 2 version of Sideswipe, and I could not wait for this one to come out. I thought I was going to review this as soon as it came, but unfortunately just time and everything gets in your way, and it just sort of got put away, and then sort of forgot about it really. I think I reviewed some of my other KO ordinary Masterpiece Sideswipes a while ago now, and to be honest I completely forgot I had this, and it was just because I was rummaging up in my loft trying to sort it out, the mess that it is, and I come across it and I thought, my god, yes, of course. So I thought, well, I'm going to review this, because I also did get a long time ago as well the RAMBO add-on set. Hang on, I'm not even showing that right. There we go, the RAMBO add-on set, which comes with all the extra little bits, which is brilliant. Anyway, so this is the Generation 2 version of Sideswipe. He is of course now a black car, as he was in Generation 2. I don't think the original toy had red tinted windows, but I quite like it with the red tinted windows. I think that actually looks really, really good. I love this car in black. I do like black cars. I used to have a black Peugeot, and before that I had a black XR3i back in the late 90s. Yeah, so I do like black cars. I just love this, and I don't know if you remember me showing it on some of my KO ones. They don't roll particularly well, but this being an official one, this rolls pretty damn well. Yes, now this Generation 2 logo on the front here, that is one of my repro labels ones. I didn't put the actual ones that do come with it. Before I get onto that, I just want to show you the box actually, because I do like the box. I think it's actually really good. Let me just adjust my camera slightly. Nice box, and I do like the back because it does show off Sideswipe from the Generation 2 comic, which I absolutely loved. Any of you still waiting for my Generation 1 comics reviews? Yeah, they are coming. And we'll get around to doing Generation 2 at some point, and Regeneration 1, but for me Generation 2 is a better continuation of Generation 1 than Regeneration 1, to be honest, but I'll come to that when I eventually review them. Yes, just because it was more of a follow-on, it was only like a year or two later, whereas Regeneration 1 was like 22 years later, which was a bit strange, but that was the only reason really. Actually, Regeneration 1 was a good read if you read it all in one go. Anyway, that's beside the point. Yes, so that's the box. Yes, so we come on to the stickers that you get with it. You can either put like the original Autobot logos that came with the original toy and the original stickers that came with the original Generation 2 Sideswipe, or you can actually, they've given you a couple of Autobot Generation 2 logos there, but I didn't like it because if you look at the box, it literally just is a red sticker, and I don't like that. I do like where you've got the silver or white around it or whatever. Anyway, right, so that's that. Usually get the instructions, and you get the Masterpiece collector's card as well, which is always good. Oh, bloody hell, dropped it now. And that gives his stats and everything on the back there. What else does he come with? He comes with some pretty damn good accessories. I do like the cleaver machete type weapon there, that's good. It does come with some with these wheels. I love it. And he does come with his guns, straight out of the Generation 2 comic. Oversized, stupid, brilliant guns. I love them. And for the car mode, you can combine them like you did see in the comics. How does it go? This one just fits into here, and then you get Sideswipe in this little port on the top here, and you're just gonna simply plug it in, and you can use the little handle. If you can just move it out of the way, it shouldn't really be aiming downwards that way, it's just because this is in the way. It's because I bloody moved it. There we go. And so that gives you his car mode with all the guns on the top, as seen in the comic. Fantastic. I think the Rambo does change it slightly, but I can't remember. Right, so this is him for car mode. I'm going to change him into robot mode off camera because I've already shown you the transformation for that in my SIDESWIPE KO review. So I'll be back almost instantaneously. Yes, and so here we have him transformed into a robot mode. And my God, I've waited. How long have I waited for this? I think Generation 2 come in like 1992, that comic came out. 23 odd years I've waited for this figure. This is what I've always wanted. I remember reading Generation 2 when it was out, and I loved it. It was very 90s, just big guns in your face. I loved it. And this was probably the most iconic character from Generation 2, was the souped up, hard as nails, armed to the teeth SIDESWIPE. I just loved the spike wheels that they gave him, the stupid over-the-top guns and the machete, and then with the RAMBO pack you're going to get. I just loved it. If we look at the picture on the back here, I just loved it. I loved all the ammo belts around him and everything. I just think it was amazing. And this face, I mean, that face is straight. I don't know if it's going to zoom in on it. That face is straight out of that comic. That is just so. I think I can't pronounce his name. Is it Derek Yaniger or something like that? I think back, I did read a review, a thing about when he wrote that comic. Sorry, not wrote it. He drew it. It was just a job. He wasn't really that bothered, and he wasn't particularly amazed at having to draw Transformers. But do you know what? He done a fantastic job with Generation 2. I absolutely loved it. Right, so anyway, so obviously this is him in his robot mode, and I just think it's a fantastic. This gun doesn't stay in his hand particularly well, probably due to the fact that it is absolutely massively top heavy. But once you get his hand clasped around it right, it ain't too bad. You've got his little sort of like Uzi type weapon. Again, they don't stay in particularly well, but that's not a problem to sort out. And you've got the head articulation and everything. You've got his machete just sort of hanging around the back there. It's just brilliant. And then, like I say, we're going to get the Doctor Wu. He does sort of come in this sort of styrofoam, and then in the baggie you get all the other little stuff. You're going to get the bazooka, which is missing from this, which was shown in the comic. Never actually used it. But this will now plug it in, and so it's sort of like hanging off his back, a bit like in the comic. You get this little rubbery thing, which is the ammo belt, which you're going to attach all the other little bits to. This is his leg one, and then it comes with a multitude of grenades and bullets, which we're going to attach. Right, I'm just going to pause this there, and then we're going to attach them all, and I'll be back in 1 second again. Right, so we have now the Doctor Wu kit installed on SIDESWIPE, and believe me, that was fiddly as bloody anything, I'll tell you that now. I thought it was only going to take me like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It took me about half hour. It is just quite fiddly trying to get these little bits like this. You've got to slide them over the little rubber like belt, if you will, for want of a better word. And it's just a bit fiddly trying to thread everything through and then trying to actually get it on the figure without knocking everything else off. As I was putting the little leg one on here, which I really do like, yeah, one of them did fall off, so that really should sort of like sit here or something. I don't know if I'm going to be able to just... Nope, sit as well. No, it's just so fiddly. Yeah, but anyway, let's leave that. It does come with these little black ones. I haven't really found a use for those ones yet. But it is really good. I love it. I think it really does add to this figure a hell of a lot. Yeah, this one does have a bit of a loose arm, which is a bit annoying. Trying all these bloody guns anyway. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, you can, if I turn him around, you can plug the giant bazooka into the back of his car mode there, and he does have another clip to hold the machete at the proper angle like you'd have seen in the comics, which is pretty good. I do like that. Yeah, overall, I think it's a great set. It's not too badly priced as well. I'm not totally sure how much, maybe about 15-20 quid. You probably, if you don't really want it looking like this, then obviously you don't need it. But if you just want that SIDESWIPE that looks like he was straight out of that Generation 2 comic, then you would. You can hold the bazooka in his hands as well, because it does come with the proper attachments. But he just looks great. Yeah, I love it. It does take a little while just to get this position just somewhere how you'd want. I sort of wanted it to sort of like to go down like that across him, but it ends up just covering up the Autobot symbol. Did it do that on the comic? Yeah, kind of, to be honest. But like I say, it's up to you. You can try and put as many as you want. Like you can have the bullets or the grenades on him. It's up to you. Or you can have like the Batman-esque belt there. I just really, really like it. I love this kit. The bazooka does look a bit weird on the back, on his back there, but yeah, I think it absolutely looks really, really good. Right. Anyway, this has been Graham, the Collector 75, with the Generation 2 Sideswipe and the Doctor Wu add-on kit. If you like it, well worth picking up. I might actually pick up a KO version of this. Just so I can leave the Doctor Wu kit on it all the time and stuff like that, because I wouldn't want it scratching up the beautiful black paintwork. No, it's probably not paint, it's probably just plastic, but it's still quite shiny and looks really nice. Yeah, it just, great figure, and great add-on kit. Right, anyway, so yeah, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.